people in the U.S. and worldwide.
I've been opposed to that pipeline from the beginning you're talking about. It's among the dirtiest oil in the world. It, in fact, has the highest sulfur content of most any oil in the world. It's the dirty crude.
Do you know the Dakota Access Pipeline? Yes. Do you know they're trying to double the flow of oil?
I know. I opposed it to begin with.
I know. Can you speak about it?
Yes, I have.
We need it.
All you guys and I were pains in the neck. You know that?
I know that.
I want a personal statement from you. I want you to sign it. Take my word, for I've never broken my word. I've been opposed to the pipeline to begin with.
Because if we do not act in a significant way in the...
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shabbat, Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great Muslim who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to you sincere Akim out there. Pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. All right, I'm the brother Shaman. Real quick, I just played the last video because of this whole thing with the pipeline and all this stuff going on. You know, basically, you got a lot of Israelites waking up to the fact that they're going to continue to use these things, you know, despite the risk, because this place is going out the door. You just had a hacker group, you know, the target, I believe is the Colonial Pipeline over in the East Coast. And this particular pipeline, which goes through the land, this Gadite land, is Dakota Access Pipeline, which, you know, is still up. One of the things that Biden was saying going into the office was that he was going to get rid of it. You know, it was dirty. And here it is, it's still up. Because they know if they cut that pipeline, you know, which that pipeline takes oil basically from, I believe, from the other Dakotas all the way down to, I want to say Texas. Okay, Salakia. Now this one takes the oil from the Dakotas all the way to Illinois. Down actually pretty close to where I'm at and pretty close to where I'm from. All right, all the way down to about St. Louis. All right, but the point being, you know what I'm saying, that all of the tribes, you know what I'm saying, there's no running or hiding from the curses. All right, there's no running, there's no hiding, because you still got, you know, Jake out, you know, in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere, you know, trying to live free in America, you know, just because Esau gave them some kind of special, you know, Native American card or something. You know, maybe they received a little bit of land. And guess what? A gift destroyed the heart. Esau only gave you that because he took the best of your land, he took the best of your things, and he's going to keep leaning on the stuff that he already has, all right? They ain't going to get rid of no pipelines, man. Especially when oil, you know, Russia is feeding oil basically into Europe, you know what I'm saying, and Salakia, the whole Venezuela situation is going down. All right, so the U.S., they need that oil. They got to have it. And if you know, one of the tribes gets in the way, you already know what's going to happen. All right. Hey, this is Genesis 33:6, because the so-called Native American, so-called black, so-called Latino people are the Israelites. All right. And going back to the time where we were blessed, each, you know, because you have different tribes which each have blessings. All right, these blessings are going to get played out in the end of days. All right, because one of the things Vocab Malone, he tries to scoff the 12 tribes breakdown, but he can't break it down for himself. Salakia, when I first saw it, I agree with the whole, it instantly clicked, you know what I'm saying? But enough about me. This is Genesis 33:1. It said, and Jacob lifted his eyes and looked. Hold on. I boggled that, Salakia. This is Genesis 49:1. And Jacob called upon unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. All right, so he gave them the blessings that they will receive that were going to play out in the last days. All right. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. All right. Then I'm gonna just jump down, right into it. It gives the blessings of each of the tribes, and you can look up the 12 tribes breakdown for all of the specifics. All right. But one of the ways we know that the time of the Lord was part of the last days, when he talks about Judah, jumping to verse 10, it said, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, or a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and be unto him, and unto him shall be the gathering of the people be, binding his foal unto the vine, and his ass's coat unto the choice vine. He washed his garments in blood, and his clothes in the blood of grapes. Talking about Yahweh Shai. It said his eyes shall be red with wine, and his teeth white with milk. All right, same one description as in Revelations. All right, and this is talking about the Lord. The time of the Lord was 2,000 years ago. Even though we know he's gonna come back now. So that just proves that when the Lord was first on the scene, that was part of the end of days. Because he did those things. And then we know with Gad, which a lot of those Native Americans, they're a mixture of Gad, Reuben. Some of them might be Issachar. Some, what I'm saying, is Northern Kingdom. They're all mixed up. Right? A lot of these people who, they say they're so-called Mexicans, they could be Ephraim. They could, the tribes have mingled together. Matter of fact, let me get that too. Let me get that too real quick. Yeah, they ain't getting rid of that. They ain't getting rid of that pipeline anytime soon, man. Jeremiah 50:33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. And I'm right up here in Chicago right now, and all of Chicago. One of the reasons why it's so wicked, man, you got all the tribes here together. All right, oppressed together. You can go around the city. You can see all of the tribes, all of them. All right, all of them. This is Numbers 24. And this is Balak talking to Balaam. Balaam being a sorcerer. Balak was the king of the Moabites. All right, trying to pray against Israel. All right, because at the end of the day, man, they can't stop what the Lord has set up for us. All right, this is Numbers 24:10. It said, and Balak's anger was kindled against Balaam, and he smote his hands together. And Balak said unto Balaam, I called thee to curse mine enemies, and behold, thou hast altogether blessed them these 3 times. Therefore now flee thou to thy place. I prepare to promote thee unto great honor, but lo, the Lord hath kept thee back from honor. And Balaam said unto Balak, spake I not also to thy messengers, which thou sentest unto me, saying, if Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of the Lord to do either good or bad of mine own mind. But what the Lord saith, that will I speak. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam the son of Peor hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty falling into a trance by having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come out a star out of Jacob, and a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession, and Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. All right. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. All right. So even the soothsayers know. They know Israel, man. They know Israel. All these Masons and Eastern Stars or whatever, sect of Satanism that you're into. All right, that's basically what they are, man. These pagan, different pagan priests. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they are, man. Just workers under Satanism, under a different name. They all know the fate of Israel. They all know Israel. All right, they all know who we are, and that's why they seek to stop this word and to destroy our people, and to continue to destroy our people. All right, and to continue to keep our people oppressed and not knowing who they are. Man, these people are off the chain tonight. All right. And in that particular vision of Balaam and Balak, that was something, it was, from what I understand, according to the scriptures, there was no Israelites present in that. All right. There was no Israelites present in that. That's just something that the Lord showed us as the testament to his power. A conversation between, other people, other nations. All right. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. And our people don't understand this. They go out protesting and, do all this hashtagging. Well, the Lord already gave you the blueprint for the wicked and how they rule. It's Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell. Hell means destruction. And in that is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And usually when you have a nation, it's your people in that nation. All right, before, when we had the nation Israel, it was our people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, it might be some heathen servants here and there or whatever. All right, but it was Israel. All right, then the other nations, they had their places. They had their cities. All right, the scriptures talk about that, Mount Seir and Idumea and all these different places of Esau and these other nations as well. All right, but here in the last days, it said he gathered unto him all nations. That's what Esau has done, man. He's brought all nations to live here in the USA. That's why you can go places in the Midwest, and you can see, Ishmael, Ham, Elam. You can see all these people from all these other nations who have been heaped here. All right, shall not all these take a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long unto him that laveth himself with thick clay? All right, and woe unto them for increasing on land that's not theirs. Even though these heathens, they come here and they get money and they get benefits too. All right, straight from Esau. And Jacob don't get nothing, but here we are at the end. We know it's the end because you got niggas getting loans, getting all kind of shit, and wilding out. All right. So hey, man, that's just Spirit was on me just to throw some precepts out for that. All right, because the scriptures say, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome in the end. All right, and you still got a lot of our people, off, in left field, you know what I'm saying, still got the feathers on, which is nothing wrong with wearing the feathers, but you got to know who you are, man, in order for this man in order for you to receive salvation and this man to be brought down. All right, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Shalom.